Hello! So there seems to be one thing that confuses every single new owner to the ROLAND JUNO-D, at least from what I can tell by reading forum posts, Facebook, and so on. The thing is, this thing is advertised as having thousands, I think 3,500 sounds on board. So what your new users do, they'll start it up and then they'll browse some of these sounds. Let's take the piano. You can scroll through some of these, right? And now we've reached the end of that category. Strangely, there weren't that many sounds there. And let's explore some of the other categories. E-piano. Some very nice sounds, no doubt. Yep, you can even press enter, then you get a list view. And look at all those. Hang on. We've reached the end of the list already. There were only about 30 there. Let's take another category, guitar. Again, we're in the list mode. Looks to be about 30 there as well. So for all of these categories, there's only 20 or 30 sounds in each category. So I can't really do my maths, but that seems to be a couple of hundred sounds that are available to me. Where the heck are the 3,500 sounds that ROLAND promised me? Well, in this video, I'll show you how to find them. So jump out of here, exit. The first thing to understand, very, very important concept. When you start this up, you are browsing scenes. Everything highlighted here in the orange that we're scrolling through now are scenes. And a scene is a combination of 8 different tones. They can be split and layered across the keyboard or on different MIDI channels. But these are scenes. And yes, we only have a few hundred scenes on board. And you can create, I think, is it 128 or 256 of your own favourite combinations as well. Scenes is often called performance mode or combi mode on other keyboards. So we're browsing through the scenes, but that's not what we want. We want to browse through the tones, because that's where you'll find 3,500 of these sounds and some absolutely fabulous sounds as well. It truly is the best of ROLAND in a box, this machine. So how do we get to them then? Well, you'll be looking around the panel for the scene or the tone mode button. There isn't one, and this is where I myself had to dig out the manual. Unfortunately, it's not particularly intuitive, but since we lack those mode buttons on the panel, it's easy when you know how. Just step down. These are the cursor keys. Step down. Go to, let's take the first patch. That's a good init patch to start doing this experiment with. Go there. We've highlighted Studio Piano. All you need to do is jump down to there. So now you see we've highlighted a tone called Grand Piano. And now as I scroll through these, you can see they go on forever. Well, that was it there. But again, we can use the enter button to jump into a list mode. And here's the list of all of the pianos now. Much more to choose from. If you go into the synth category, I'll show you that in a second. That's even more, but we can even drill down into subcategories here. If you go to the top of the screen and use the cursor keys, you can navigate through the tabs, or if you're somewhere within a list, you can use shift and the cursor key just to change through the different subcategories. Let's choose a different bank. Let's go for the synth, for example. Hopefully you can see a little bit on the screen, but on the camera there on the screen, but I'll talk you through it. In the synth category, now we have loads and loads to choose from. And again, different subcategories. Synth pluck we have there. Let's go to a different one. Synth leads. Look at this list. You can see perhaps by the scroll bar. Let me go through here. This is where you're going to find the entire library of this instrument. Look at this. It just goes on and on and on. Another way that I like to do it is press enter one more time when you're in this mode. And now you can shift cursor through the different banks. There are different banks, bank A, bank B, bank C, bank D. All of those have a special significance. Some of these are, is it the ROLAND Axial, I think it's called, banks. There are supernatural synth banks. There are even an entire bank of sounds from the ROLAND XV5080, which I hope to demonstrate in another video. So let's select something here then. We were in the, let's go to the pad category. It's not sounding very paddy to me. Oh, we're in the, I was jumping into the, as I demonstrated there, we were in the bank menu. So let's go to the synth pad. Yeah, the pad is what we're going to have now. Enter, and now we get loads of sounds that aren't particularly paddy, but we can jump between different categories as well. This video is already going on longer than I intended, but hopefully it's of some help. And if we jump out of this now, you can see we're still in the studio piano scene, but we have selected the JP8 strings preset instead. And you can now go ahead and save this as your own scene if you like. So that's the thing that confuses every single JUNO-D owner as far as I can tell. And that's how you fix it to get access to all of those thousands of wonderful sounds. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful. Cheerio.